Hey everybody, and welcome to another Joker's Wild Sides Corner. I am Lobo,
I'm Jax.
and today we got a lot of news coming up as the Monday night games going on. We're going to talk about that first. But first of all, how you doing, brother? How was your weekend with the Cells?
It was pretty good.
Candy.
I'm happy with what we did. It was to expectation,
Gotcha.
so can't complain.
Nice. So let's get right into it then. So the game just got tied. The Eagles just scored a 4-yard touchdown. A quick little strike as Chiefs scored maybe like 2-3 minutes ago. We're watching it live, so what are your thoughts on the game? What do you think is going to happen here?
Well, right off the bat, I'm rooting for the Eagles, but I think the Chiefs got this.
Okay. I mean, this is the best game of the week, in my opinion.
Oh, of course.
This is two of the top teams in the NFL right now going at it, and a rematch from last year's Super Bowl. So you have the Chiefs winning again as they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I decided to put in my green the last second. I'm sticking with the Eagles.
Okay.
They are, besides the Raiders, they are my second favorite team.
That's fair. Eagles are pretty nice.
They are. So
I've almost become an Eagles fan this year.
they play really well. So let's see how they do here. Stuff them at the line. Regardless, I think the Eagles, you have the Chiefs. Either way, it's going to be a great game. Great primetime game, which we need one. Speaking of primetime, this is Thanksgiving week.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be 3 games on Thursday for Thanksgiving, and then they're adding a Friday game for Black Friday as well. The 3 games on Thanksgiving is Lions, Packers, Washington, and the Cowboys, and the 49ers versus the Seahawks. Let's go over them first on the Thanksgiving games. What do you got on the Lions, Packers? I know.
I got Lions. I don't trust the Packers with how far they can even throw a ball, man.
Yeah. I mean, they did get a big win against Chargers this weekend,
which was surprising. I was for Chargers on Friday's stream.
I think I was as well. So we both got a big L on that one. I have the Lions, though. Packers, they have not shown enough. And the Lions, we'll talk a little bit more about their game this week, but they're definitely not the old Lions.
Oh, yeah, no.
They're definitely not. They're showing more promise, more grit, and they're winning.
They're not just putty tats anymore.
Exactly. There's some Lions for sure. How about Washington and Cowboys? Washington coming up off of that terrible loss we will mention again going forward here in the next little segment. Cowboys, big win, so they're looking hot as hell. What do you think?
Well, first things first, I would just like to say I'm happy to see the Redskins versus the Cowboys still.
They're not the Redskins anymore, but I see why you said it.
I mean, it's just a Thanksgiving match that happens every freaking year, and I just enjoy having that match there. To me, it shows like a little bit of history almost. So I'm glad to see that. Second off, I've been really favoring the Cowboys this year. I think that Washington doesn't have it together, and Cowboys are taking it.
Agreed. I do not see any other way but the Cowboys winning here. I don't see any way in hell that Washington can win, but we will see. I have the Cowboys as well. 49ers, Seahawks. I think the 49ers are back.
49ers seem like they're back.
So I'm taking the 49ers.
I'll go with the 49ers. The Seahawks will definitely push them for everything that they've got.
I think so too, but I think the first half will be close and the 49ers will run away by the end of the game. That's my pick.
So you're saying that Seahawks are just going to burn themselves out within the first 2?
I don't think it's burn themselves out is the correct word. I don't think they have the team and the firepower to keep up with the 49ers.
Okay.
At least they haven't shown it this year. And in our Friday game, we have a big game. Dolphins versus Jets. Jets coming out of a disappointing loss. 2 back-to-back, actually. Their defense is good, but they are starting to show the wear and tear as their offense completely sucks. And Dolphins coming off a tight win, which we'll talk about more, unfortunately for me. But they come off a win. I think they win here as well. I don't see the Jets. Their morale is really bad. So
Yeah, the Jets, they started off pretty strong in the season, and they've just been stepping it down and stepping it down, especially against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are doing pretty good. They were also fumbling just a little bit.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins are keeping it together better than the Jets are.
100%. I do not see, like, their defenses will not be able to keep up with the firepower of the Dolphins. I don't think so. They'll do a decent job, but again, they will not be able to, at the end of it, win it, at least in my opinion. But other than that, let's jump into the reviews of this past weekend. As let's start off with a big one. The Browns get a big win over the Steelers.
I don't 100% remember my pick, but I'm pretty sure I had the Browns over it.
Yeah.
That I didn't trust the Steelers.
Yeah, I don't remember my pick either. I think I went with the Steelers, but don't quote me on that. What's it called? I did not trust the Steelers at all either. So this one's a mishmash. But out of the way, the Steelers ended up benching their starting quarterback, and they ended up doing a little better, but they still did not come up with the win. Texans beat Cardinals pretty handily, if I remember correctly.
And there was not a skip or a beat when I said Texans.
This was his worst game of the season, CJ Stroud. He had 3 picks, but he still kept out slinging out there and came back with the win. That's all that matters at the end of it. Jaguars beat the snot out of the Tennessee Titans.
Expected.
Yeah, like I said on Friday, Tennessee looked like they were world beaters the last few years, and now they cannot get a win to save their life. Don't know what happened. Don't know what's going on with them, but it looks like their Super Bowl window is completely closed on them. But on the opposite hand, the Jags one is wide fucking open.
Surprisingly enough, the Panthers got destroyed by the Cowboys.
Surprising to who?
I was trying to lead on there.
Yeah, you definitely were trying. Yeah, I mean, what can we say that we haven't said about the Panthers?
I mean, have they even won a game yet?
Yes, they have one win.
Okay, yeah, they did have one win.
Versus who? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But they absolutely are trash. I don't know if it's a personnel thing, a coaching staff, or something is off there where they're not. I think it's merely the offensive line.
The Saints. Did the Saints even play?
The Saints, I think they had a bye week. Yes, they had a bye week, so they did not play this week. They will be coming next week against, let me check it out real quick. I have the schedule here. They'll be playing the Falcons next Sunday at 11 a.m. We will have more on that on Friday, but right now I'm leaning Saints as they do have, I think, in my opinion, the better roster. Continuing with the next game, Lions beat the Bears in a comeback win.
Nice. So the Bears were leading the Lions.
With 3 minutes left in the game, about 3 minutes left, they were down by 2 scores. They came back, scored a touchdown. Bears somehow turned it over. Lions scored again, and at the end of the game, they get a safety off a fumble. It was great comeback from the Lions. This is what I'm saying. These games, the Lions would lose in the past.
Yeah,
100%. This year, they are winning. And
Panthers won against the Texans.
That's surprisingly, but rookie, maybe he was down. But like I said, the Lions are not the same team. They're a contender. They will fight you to the end, and they proved it here against the Bears. Unfortunately, Dylan, your Bears still suck. I can't say much, though. We lost to the Bears, the fucking Raiders. Packers get a surprising win over the Chargers.
Which I actually did have the Chargers in on this.
As did I, if I remember correctly.
The Packers have just been kicking rocks, and surprisingly enough, they won over the Chargers. Chargers were taking down some pretty big names. I think they won against the Bengals, the Browns, and Bills.
It was just very surprising that they got this win. But regardless, even more surprising than what you would try to pull off earlier, New York Giants get another win, surprisingly, against Commanders. We both had Commanders on this one, if I remember correctly. We just don't trust the New York Giants at all.
No, their New York Giants have they've lost very easy games, and Washington has won toss-ups.
Yes, exactly. But the one thing that did happen in this game, they did bench their starting quarterback. They put their backup, and he played much better. Can this be the sign of the future? Maybe. What are they showing? Oh, knee injury. Oh, knee brace.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it got repositioned farther down.
Yeah. But what does this say about Washington? They were already not in a great spot. It looks bad. Another one that's finally flipped the script again. 49ers with another big win over the Buccaneers.
Are the 49ers back?
I think so, but unfortunately, also their safety, Hufanga, which I was praising before this weekend. I was talking to a few 49er fans at work, and I was praising the hell out of Hufanga. Unfortunately, he's out for the year with the torn ACL. I think they'll be fine, but we will see here in the next few weeks. But they get another big win. The Bills are back, I think. A huge win over the Jets, like we talked about.
Oh, yeah. Decimated the Jets.
Yeah, 32-6. It was a total murder of the Jets. I don't know. Pat McAfee in his show talked about earlier that he's tired of seeing Wilson and playing this. Ooh, intercepted. Sorry to switch back.
Nice.
This is live interception as they were driving down for. Hold on.
Wait, did it go back to? I think it went back to the Eagles.
Yeah.
He stripped it from
him. Hold on. The rest are going to argue.
It depends on when whistle was blown. Yeah. We didn't hear it. So
this is why
it says it's KC's ball.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. This is why I don't like the refs calling the whistles as they're not down. Let's see. Was he down by contact too, though? That's what they're...
Down on the ground, and he whips out of it.
He didn't touch him. Nope. They should review this challenge just because then he stripped it after.
He never got around to touching him. He couldn't even grab onto him. His ankle touched him.
Then maybe that. So not sure. I'm pretty sure they're going to challenge it regardless. Either interception and strip back like they're from Brown.
No, I say KC has this ball.
Well, that's just because you want them to win.
No, I want Eagles to win. I'm expecting
them to lose. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. We'll see. I think they will challenge this maybe. We'll keep you posted on that. The Rams hold on to beat the Seattle Seahawks. And then more surprisingly, the Broncos beat the Vikings by one. They held on or come back. Broncos are on a tear. They seem like they're back. A few game winning streak. I think it's 3 in a row.
Nice. Good job for the Broncos.
Yeah.
Changing my expectation.
Fuck no. They're in my division. I want them to lose. But it's good for them because they had a rough year last year. And then they started off rough, but they're looking better. There's a plus side to this. Like I said, the Jets also pulled their quarterback last week, and then it looks like their backup Boyle will be taking over the reins.
So we already had Wilson, who was a backup, and now they have a backup.
Yes, the third stringer. But this happened last year too, and I think the year before, where they benched Wilson. It's been happening too much to the point where I think Wilson's career with the Jets is done. I don't think they could come back from this, but I've seen more different things. And also, one thing with the Steelers' loss, as they were interviewing him at the end of the game, he really said he's really tired of the team's struggles, specifically offensively, as they cannot move the ball, they cannot score as much as they had in the past. He is very tired of that. And with another loss, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
So it's just when you don't win and you struggle to do anything, it builds up in you. So don't blame him there. We'll keep you posted as the game goes on, as we switch over to our segments of top 6 teams, bottom 6 teams, and into the pro wrestling segment. Let's go into our bottom 6, or do you want to? Yeah, let's go bottom 6.
Let's hit the bottom 6.
Okay. What are your 6, 5, and 4, man? Your bottom teams.
So I got, for number 6, the Washington Commanders.
Okay.
Number 5, I got the Bears. They were doing good. They've dropped down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Arizona Cardinals, they went up on my list just a little bit.
Gotcha.
But it's not because they did better. Other teams did worse.
Yeah. So you're bad, just not as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. So on this one, I have 2 teams tied for the 6th position. I told you were going to either like it or hate it. Yeah, so it's Chiefs balls as his leg. Yep, that touch right there. You called it.
Yeah.
Good call. So he was down by contact after the interception. So like I was saying, I have 2 teams in the 6s. I couldn't decide which one was worse. But I got both New York Giants and the New York Jets tied for 6A and 6B, as they both coming up. One is coming off a win, so I moved them up. In other words, not being so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I dragged the Jets down to that spot. And between both of them, I couldn't decide who was worse.
Yeah, I'm definitely with the Wilson being pulled. It definitely hurts the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see on how they continue to do.
Yeah, gotcha. At my number 5, I have Washington. I had to put him below New York because New York beat them. So that's why I have them at number 5. And number 4, Arizona, just like you.
Yeah.
I think they play tough, but they just cannot win. So those are mine. What are your 3, 2, and 1 on your... These are your 3 worst teams in the NFL.
Right now, we got the New England Patriots at number 3.
Gotcha.
And then
they have not played well all year. So
no, they haven't. And I've tried to give them benefit of the doubt, but I've given up benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah.
Then next we have the Titans. The Titans have just been chunking. And if you haven't been watching, just go and watch. I don't even have to say what my number 1 is. But for clarification.
Carolina Panthers. Let's go. At my number 3, like you, I have New England. They've been in the bottom all year, and they have not shown anything, even though they had a bye week. I did not show anything the weeks before. At number 2, I have Chicago. I dropped them down, I think, a spot specifically. Wow, nice run. Because they gave up the win to the Lions with less than 4 minutes. Sorry, they were up by 2 scores, and they gave up the win. You cannot do that in the NFL. So I have them at 2. I would put them at number 1. But 1, they did beat the Raiders, my Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one team that, I mean, you already said it. We can't say much worse to them. They friggin' sucks. The Panthers. They need to scratch it and rebuild that franchise. So those are our bottom teams.
Yeah, our bottom teams.
Now we're top 6. I'm going to go first because my 6th team is a 3-way tie. I tell you, you're going to hate it or love it, bro.
You chose 9 teams, buddy.
Yeah. So this is, and I'll give you the reasons why. So I have San Francisco, Dallas, and Miami. Hold on, I have to look for another one before we continue there. So the reason I have Miami at 6A is they did win, but they also have not beat anybody big, and they barely beat the Raiders. To me, that means they still have more improving to do, and to me, they said it's their schedule has been weak, and they've been winning. Dallas, very similar to Miami, but they have been blowing out their teams. They did have a little fumble a few weeks ago with some games, but like I said, they blow out the teams they need to, and the teams that they're gonna have a struggle with. They lose.
Yeah.
And then San Francisco is just coming back from that 3-game slide that they had. It should be back up there here in a second. So that's why I have a 3-way tie there. So it's San Francisco 6C, Dallas 6B, and Miami 6A. At my number 5, I have Jacksonville, who are just tearing up everybody they line up with. I mean, they beat the Bills.
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't know what else to say on that. At number 4 is the team playing tonight, Kansas City Chiefs. And it's not that they're done worse. It's just there's some teams that have pushed and done better. So those are my 3-6, my 5, and my 4.
So I'm not gonna lie, I keep forgetting about Kansas City as a team, honestly. So I struggle a little bit, and I mean, just saw them run. Oh my gosh,
Almost, yeah, the great run.
Yeah, I just keep forgetting about Kansas City. So every time I see them on a list, I forget that they are going 7-2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So when I write out my list, they're not on it.
Gotcha.
But that's on me. I keep forgetting about KC. And also, I think they've had the bye week for the past 2.
No, it was 1 week.
1 week.
Yeah. The week before that, I think they lost to the Broncos. That's why.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For my number 6, I got Miami. Miami is slugging along.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, I got Jacksonville Jaguars.
Gotcha.
They're coming back, and he's yelling.
He's upset. Coach Reeves is upset. Jeez.
Yeah, imagine. And then number 4, I got Detroit Lions.
Okay.
I moved them up a little bit, but that's also because I was making out their calls. Number 3, back to you. Yeah. I'm running along. My brain is scrambled. It's
all right. It's been a long weekend for you. So at number 3, I have Baltimore. They did get a win, and I did pull them back a little bit, but just because other teams did better. At my number 2 is your number 5, I think. Or who is it? Nope, at your number 4. Detroit. The reason I keep pushing them up high is because, one, they're showing me things they have never showed. Like I said, when we talk about their game against the Bears, they did not play well that whole game. In seasons past, they would have lost that game. They are showing grit. They're showing the ability to come together and win no matter the situation. So to me, they've improved and intercepted in the end zone. Wow. Great pick. The Eagles have it back. No score for the Kansas City Chiefs with that interception. And
I knew something was happening there.
Geez, that was a bad choice by Patrick Mahomes. Man, this might turn out to be a low-scoring game with all these interceptions. Like I was saying, Detroit number 2, I think they deserve that spot. I think they're one of the best teams in the league right now. And number 1, the other team playing here, Philly, as they only got 1 loss. But like I said earlier, next week's list might be completely different after this game.
Oh, yeah.
So, and after all the games are happening in Thanksgiving and Friday. So, the list might turn around completely by next week. What are your top 3 teams now?
So I'd also like to reference, I keep looking at the teams that are playing and moving them around and not worrying about the teams. So I keep forgetting about Kansas City, keep forgetting about Philly. So it's just me being dumb.
It's all right.
Number 3, I got Buffalo. Buffalo's been hanging in the same mid spot.
Yeah. So the reason why I didn't put him on my list is they had a few games struggling. I don't think they, in my opinion, they deserve to be in the top 6 yet again.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Number 2, I got San Francisco. They're coming back. They didn't win by a big margin, but they still won pretty nicely. And number 1, I got Baltimore Ravens. They didn't win against a great team.
But they won.
Yeah. And Baltimore Ravens, if I was to pick a top 3 right now, it would probably be 1 Philly, Baltimore Ravens 2, and then Kansas City 3.
Okay.
Top 3 overall, if I was to realign all that right now.
Okay. Yeah, mine, the only reason is I think your number 4 and my number 2 will be switched around for your number 3. But, yeah, I only have Detroit on there instead of Kansas City on my top 3. But regardless, these are our top teams and our bottoms. Let us know in the comments if you agree, disagree, or let us know your teams that are there instead. We will keep you posted on this game as we go along. We're going to be going into our wrestling segment. So we'll be keeping you with live notices coming up. Now, moving on swiftly let's start off with what happened this weekend at AEW Full Gear.
Yeah.
A lot happened. He just saw some of the highlights about talking about it. I showed him a few pictures specifically about one match. It was a gory match.
Oh, you guys like blood?
This is the show.
Yeah, you need to go and watch this show.
Yeah.
If you don't like blood, don't watch Full Gear.
Yeah, if you're squeamish at all, definitely don't watch it. Big hole.
Oh, wow.
Big hole.
I'm surprised that they even got him.
Yeah, big hole up the middle, gets like 12 yards after that interception. So let's start off. The show started off with RH World Champion Eddie Kingston defending his title against Jeff Jarrett. Again, Jay Lethal. Jeff Jarrett was involved in the match with shenanigans outside, but Eddie Kingston retains. A decent match. Nothing new with the Jay Lethal and their crew. Just everybody getting involved and stuff. Nice switch at the line. Hold on. Oh, he gets sacked. Sacked for a few loss. Man. Second down. After that, it was Claudio Castagnoli versus Barry Matthews. This was a great match. Very technical. Both these guys are very technical and very athletic and hard-hitting. Good match. It looked like Buddy Matthews was getting a little bit from I can't remember their name right now, but the crew that Castagnoli is on. He was getting some physicality from them. And at the end, Claudio extended his hand to shake a good match. Yeah. After Matthew had tapped out, and he just walked away. So it looks like
simple rivalry stuff.
Yeah, it looked like Buddy Matthew was about to, but decided to walk away. After that, ROH tag team titles were on the line, but it was with one of the teammates being injured was Adam Cole, who came out later in the match on crutches. Samoa Joe decides to help MJF specifically for, if he does help him retain these titles, he wants a world title match. So this was a planned thing for him. So MJF and Samoa Joe, champions, quote unquote, go over on the Guns. They beat them. After the match, the Guns destroy MJF's leg.
Oh yeah. Dude. They destroyed his leg. They destroyed ringside.
Yeah.
They were just going to town. Walking out. MJF was brought out on a stretcher
and then put into
an ambulance. Drove away.
Yes. Definitely, it looked like the world title was not going to be defended. So that's where we left off. Him screaming to Adam Cole, "Don't let him take my belt! Don't let him take my belt!" It was pretty funny. There we go. After that, it goes into the main show with a trios match with Edge or Adam Copeland, Darby Allin, and Sting with Ric Flair on their side versus a TNT champ Christian, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne. This was a decent match. Towards the end of the match, Christian clocks Ric Flair, and then Christian gets run off out of the building pretty much by Edge. You getting a little cold?
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit chilly here.
It's all right. And then Luchasaurus takes the brunt of attacks from everybody and eats a pin. So Edge, Darby Allin, and Sting pull out a win. After that, it was the AEW International Champion, Orange Cassidy versus Jon Moxley. Like we said earlier, if you like blood, there was blood on this one for sure, too. Orange Cassidy comes out with a big win. It was a physical, strong match. Jon Moxley controlled the beginning, and then Orange Cassidy with a bunch of Superman punches comes in for the win at the end. And then there was a lot of biting in this match too.
They were just biting weird things. They were getting real kinky about it.
I don't know if that's the word I would use, but yeah, yeah, definitely. After that, it was the AEW Women's Title match. Hikaru, the champion, versus Toni Storm. Always classic. I think is her moniker right now.
I definitely think that this is probably the most rewatched segment right here,
or one of.
Yeah.
There was No, I think the other women's match was the
the other woman's match. Yeah. Okay.
This one was good. There was a nice offsides, maybe. Yep, I knew it.
And they're missing their catches, man.
No, I think that was pass interference.
Okay.
But regardless, this had a little sloppy ending as she used a pan or some sort down her trousers to give her like a butt splash, but the pan started sliding out.
Mm.
And the ref should have caught that, really.
Yeah, but the ref didn't see it.
Yeah, quote unquote. So this was a little floppy finish, but I don't think Hikaru should have ever been champion, to be honest with you, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She came in, she was champion twice before, and with the match where she won it again, she had not been in TV for a while. And then she came in and won it immediately. Did not make sense storyline or in any way.
Oh, yeah, no, he would have caught that. Mm-hmm. He was grabbing.
Yep, that should have been pass interference, too. But like I said, Toni Storm should have never lost it either. So, Hikaru, third championship, good for you. I think you need to build yourself up. Oh, big
right
hole.
Through the center.
Yeah, big hole. Nice. Kansas City driving down. Right after that was a tag team ladder match. The 4-way, which was Big Bill and Shark and
there
Stark.
Was so much happening in this match, dude.
That's why I love ladder match, especially tag team ladder match. But it was Big Bill and Starks, the champions, versus FTR versus La Facción Ingobernable.
I can't say that.
It's a Spanish word. It's the ungovernable, pretty much.
Okay.
Versus the King of the Black Throne. There was so much happening. It's hard to explain the match. This was a typical ladder match with just a lot of high spots and got away. Jeez.
Made the next down too.
I think so.
Yeah, he was right in the line. He never touched it.
Great run by Patrick Mahomes. Yep, he got the first down too.
Yep, first down.
Jesus, that defense should have gotten him. But that ladder matches, there was a lot of high spots, a lot of ladder match damage. Towards the end of the match, one of the guys goes through a ladder and busts his face. Like, we saw a picture of the aftermath.
Oh, yeah.
Bad.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, my gosh, because it was, like, chunky coming down off his face. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
What'd you have to say about it?
It was a gory mess, really.
No. You said this isn't even tip of the iceberg.
Oh, no, there's another match later that we will talk about when we get there. But they had a few good spots. Big Bill got sandwiched between two ladders, which was pretty cool. And then there was a dive onto somebody. Big Bill was holding a ladder and was dived into. That's no fun for anybody. It looked like a painful match. I'm pretty sure everybody's sore today. Probably some small injuries lingering here for the next few weeks coming along. But Big Starks ended up retaining as he pulls down the titles. So congratulations to him. I guess I didn't want to see him champions anymore, but whatever. After that, it's the TBS champions. This one is the one we were talking about. That might be the most watched segment.
Definitely.
With Chris Statlander, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue. What'd you call it when they started? Meaty thighs.
Thick thighs save lives.
Like he said. It was a good match too. There was a lot of back and forth. At one point, Julian Hart and Sky Blue, like, it looked like they made a pact, and they go at it right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
But Statlander looked great, strong. Sky Blue looked like she was trying really, really hard, but she's the most inexperienced, I think, from all these. And Julia Hart comes in, sneaks out a win after Statlander hits Sky Blue with her big move. I think this was a great surprise match. I didn't think it was going to be that good. And then, like you said, big meaty thighs save lives.
Oh, yeah.
That definitely had our attention for sure. Great match. After that, the announcer, I can't remember his name at the moment, announced a new signee, Will freaking Ospreay.
So excited for this.
Signed to AEW. He still has to finish his Japan dates for New Japan Pro Wrestling, but his target is for their All Out. I think it's All In London. So We're going to see what's going on. He is a mastermind in the ring. I am very happy they signed him. I know I've shown you some stuff. He is a very, very exciting wrestler to watch.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited also because with AEW, we're reviewing a lot more AEW than New World Japan.
New Japan.
Pro
Wrestling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little dyslexic.
It's all right. I am too with certain letters. But this is great because this also still has him the chance of him working in New Japan because New Japan and AEW have a working relationship. After that, it was the match I was talking about that with ladder match. I told you it was not the tip of the iceberg. It's only the tip, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the match where how can I say it without sounding like a complete weirdo? If you ever seen any horror movie where there's buckets of blood, this is what it was. It was
definitely a crimson match.
Yes, from everywhere. It was the Texas Death Match from Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. Holy hell. What a match. The match starts off on fire. Strickland comes in to his theme, and Adam Hangman Page just runs in and hits him with his finisher.
Yeah, he just came out.
Came in with like a freight train, and then it just got worse after that. It was tables, it was steel chairs wrapped with barbed wire. At one point, Strickland hits Adam Page with the barbed wire chair. The barbed wire gets around Adam Page's face.
Falls on a cinder block.
Gets slammed on a cinder block. At one point, it was so bloody, you see Strickland bend over, pouring out like
running
a river waterfall of blood.
Oh, we didn't even get it. It happened beforehand.
The spit?
Yeah, the spit.
So somehow Adam Page gets Strickland's blood in his mouth and spits it up like triple touchdown. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kelsey gets in there. It looks 13-7, point, 1 extra point pending. So Kansas City takes the lead again. But like I was saying, he spits out the blood like Triple H. There's a great, if you guys aren't skittish or about blood or anything like that, there's a great picture in black and white, except the spit of Adam Page in all red.
It's beautiful.
It's such a great picture.
Definitely phone background worthy.
Yes, I think I'm going to get that one. It's such a good one, especially because it's the kind of style I like. Black and white with a little bit of color, and that color is bright as hell. Blood red. I give this match... Oh, the match ends with Strickland hanging Adam Page, like with the metal chain. The hangman, definitely. And then drops him and cannot get up to the 10 count. And Strickland wins.
He was on his hands and knees, but it doesn't count.
No, he has to be on his feet. This match was freaking great. Fuck it. It was fucking great. To drop 2 F-bombs right back to back. What do you think about this match? Because it was bloody and violent.
I definitely enjoyed this match. I can't wait to actually go and watch the full match because we were just watching clippets of it.
Yeah.
And the whole match is an experience in itself.
Yeah. I definitely want to watch the ladder match back. I want to watch Juliet, the triple threat, Strickland, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue. Mostly for what you mentioned.
Oh, yeah. Most replay segment.
I really want to watch this match and the next 2 matches as well. Right after this match, it was the tag match for Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, the Golden Jets. As they're both from Winnipeg, like I explained to you during the week.
Yep.
Versus the Young Bucks. And this was for the Golden Jets, Kenny and Chris Jericho. It's win and get a title match or lose and get disbanded. I thought the disbanded was for both teams, but I was wrong. So it was a great back and forth. Both teams cheating, both teams taking finishers and moves off of each other.
Oh, yeah. It looked like Kenny Omega was ready to stomp in Jericho at one point.
He teased like he was going to betray him. Yes. Like he pointed his right before he does his V trigger, which is a flying knee. He points his gun at Chris Jericho like, "You're my target." and then switches it onto the Young Bucks. But Golden Jets end up with the big win. Unfortunately, Young Bucks lose their title opportunity, and they look very pissed at the end of it, doing a tantrum, throwing crap around. Later on, I'll talk in my prediction something about this specifically. Did I put that on there? Yep, I did. So I'll mention more about this later on. Great match, what we saw. Both teams taking from each other. I'm excited to see what's next for the Young Bucks. And then the main event, the AEW champion MJF, technically out of the picture because he was sent out of the hospital. Adam Cole taking his spot, and versus Jay White for the AEW World Title.
So Kansas City did complete their kick. It's 14-7.
14-7 is still. Oh, he double chipped there. Okay. So as the matches gonna start, all of a sudden they hear an ambulance coming from the back. MJF is rolling in with the ambulance, and I think he stole the freaking ambulance.
He stole the ambulance. He was the only one in that ambulance.
Yeah. And he comes limping down. Everybody's trying to stop him on his way down to the ring, but he gets out there. A pretty good match. As they target a lot his leg. The guns come out and start cheating until the ref catches him.
Mm-hmm.
And then what does the ref do when they catch him like that? Kicks him the hell out.
As they should.
As they should, exactly. Jay White at one point does a few dragon screws. Ooh, strip sack. He recovers it. Ooh, that could have been bad.
That was close.
Yeah. That was really close to going back to Kansas City.
Which would have been a death sentence.
Yeah. Yeah, with the Eagles not having the firepower they used to, yes. Yeah, exactly. McDuffie put up the close finger. Yep, it was that close.
Mm-hmm.
They threw a cornerback blitz here from the side. The guys did not catch it. Yep, that could have ended up really bad. But anyway, MJF somehow retains, even after his leg being demolished by everybody. I think this was not the way to go specifically, but I see why they did that. I think this would be a great spot for Jay White to come in, or to then reveal who the devil was that they've been talking about for a while.
So we didn't see who the man devil mask was this go around.
Not yet. I think this would have been a perfect spot to unleash it, but they did not.
Yeah.
Of the show, what we saw so far, I'm giving it one middle finger up. That's my rating. What you think of the little snippets you were able to see?
From what I've been able to see, I'll agree with the middle finger up.
Yeah. It was a great show, top to bottom. There was no really bad matches.
No, I don't think that there was many lulls in this. It was all decent fights.
Yeah. And that's one thing AEW is really known for having very good matches.
Timeout called Kansas City.
Okay. There was, I think, 2 matches here that could be considered match of the year, specifically the Texas Death Match.
Oh, yeah.
With the way it was. We will have to go back on it, and we'll keep you posted on the match of the year. I think we'll have some awards towards the end of the year talking about both NFL and pro wrestling. But next to that, we got a little bit of bad news, as a few wrestlers were arrested for DUIs, as Nick Hogan, Hulk Hogan's son, and Bagwell, who was a wrestler back in the 90s and early 2000s with WCW specifically, were arrested for DUIs. Separate incidents, but
same occurrence.
It was the same day. It was exactly the same day.
Oh, man.
Come on, guys. Bagwell, you're 50 whatever years old, and Nick Hogan, I don't think he ever grew up.
You guys are telling me you guys don't have enough money for an Uber or a, I'm not going to go as far as private chauffeur, but
yeah,
come on.
It looks really bad on you guys. It's especially both of them happening on the same damn day. It's terrible, terrible news. I don't know what else to say on that besides you guys need to do better. Although it is the wrestling business, there is a lot of dark stories from in the past. So we won't get into that, but we wish them to get better. Excuse me, as both of them have been in the news for similar situations, so this has got to be better. Let's finish it off with something positive, though. Storyline predictions for some pro wrestling stories. This is the segment that we decided to move around a little bit, as a few weeks back we decided to put segments for football and wrestling both Mondays and Fridays, where we do our corner segments. Do you have any predictions? I got three.
The only thing, I haven't been watching every little thing that's been coming out, but I'm just still seeing big things happening with I forgot the name, the ladies.
Damage
Control.
Yeah.
There's just so much happening that Damage Control is going to move. And we're going to see either breakdown from inside or people are going to start kicking everybody out. Whole team dissolves, new teams up.
Okay. I agree with you there. That was one of my points. I'm going to piggyback off of you since you started that. They do have a War Games Survivor Series match this weekend. And in the past, it has shown that this is the point where some betrayals happen.
I mean, think about it, all right? Survivor Series, the strongest will survive. And this is where big moves can happen.
Yeah. And also with War Games, there's always betrayals for the most part. I think if that's going to happen, it's going to happen there, where there's going to be big betrayal. Someone's going to get flipped, or the whole team's going to dissolve.
Yeah, I mean, even just in War Games in general, you're going to have factions essentially fighting against each other, right? Yeah. So it's going to be perfect times to be like, I don't want to be fighting with you.
Exactly. I do see that happening. Another one I do see happening is there's going to be some trouble in Judgment Day with Drew McIntyre being added to the fold. I think he came in to Raw with the talking segment of promo. Sorry. We will keep you posted on those, as we are really watching the game right now. Another one I see is we just talked about it. The Young Bucks losing that tag match. It looks like rumor is they're gonna take a break, and what the hell is going on?
There was false start on somebody.
I think it's because he pushed him.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think there's a rumor that they're gonna take a little break from wrestling, maybe heal up some injuries they have, and just take a break and come back as heels. Right now they're baby faces, but those tend to temper tantrums they've been throwing shows a little bit of their dark side, the heel side. So I think they're gonna come back as heels. Nice catch, and
on the line.
Where are they gonna place it?
Where's the line?
Hold on, they're gonna spike it. Yep, they're gonna go for a field goal. So there's rumor that they're gonna come back as heels, and they're gonna bring a few wrestlers with them as bad guys. One of them that's rumored is, oh my god, I can't remember his name. Brandon Cutler, who has been with the Young Bucks for a long time. There's gonna be supposedly maybe one more companion. I have a few ideas. One of them could be Kenny Omega.
Okay.
Although right now he's really hot with Chris Jericho being a good guy, a babyface. One of them I could see if he is shown to be the devil. Good. To end the half, Kansas City scores again, 17-7 at halftime. Kansas City is running away with this. The Eagles need to bring some heat for the next round. If Adam Cole is revealed to be the devil behind the devil mask, this would be a good thing to team them up, not only because of that, but the Young Bucks and Adam Cole have history back in the day.
Yeah.
Part of the Bullet Club. That'd be great. Another one is Adam Page, as he just had this very dark, gritty match with Stuart Strickland, the Texas Death Match.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he needs to switch it up and become a heel. So
start throwing more damage.
Exactly. The other one is someone who turned heel recently, Jack Perry.
Oh yeah.
So I could see that happening. All those choices will be great. Although I'm leaning more to Adam Cole and Jack Perry, to be honest with you. That will be interesting. And then my last rumor or prediction is with LWO breaking down with Santos Escobar betraying Rey Mysterio, and now Mysterio's out for a while. Eventually, when he comes back, there will be a war between the Escobar faction that will need to come to fruition. With there's more rumors about that, and LWO. I think this should be a big fight between all of them.
Just like a big old gang war.
Exactly. That's how it should be. I think a street fight will be great to end this thing with just all out mess everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, do you have any more predictions?
Nah, I don't have much else. I am really excited to see Ospreay in AEW. I think he's going to make big moves, and
Agreed.
well, actually, I do have Ospreay rising to the top very quickly in AEW. That is my prediction.
I agree with you there for sure. I love Ospreay, and I see him making big moves, as you say, and immediately jumping to the top of the card. Yeah. But other than that, remember to take everything we say with a grain of salt. This is just our opinions. You could argue in the comments if you like. Tell us what you think. Tell us if you agree with our storyline predictions, our top 6 teams, our bottom 6 teams. Remember, also be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for the problems you don't have, because it always could be 1,000 times worse. We've mentioned it before. Stuff happening all around the world. It is horrendous. We will not talk too much about it, but if you have your loved ones, especially right now, it's Thanksgiving week.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them you love them, go kiss them, hug them, whatever, and be grateful to have them. But other than that, I've been Lobo.
I've been Jax.
And happy Thanksgiving to all you. See you Friday.
Happy Thanksgiving.